The 100 Regiments Campaign Archives are invaluable records preserved from the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression. These wartime documents are an integral part of the Chinese people's national memory. To mark the 80th anniversary of the victory in the Chinese people's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War, the Shanxi Provincial Library launched the exhibition Flames of War and Red Imprints, Shanxi's Role in the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression. The victory at Pingxingguan was the first major triumph in which the Chinese army took the initiative against the Japanese forces after the full outbreak of the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression. Today, we retrace the footsteps of the 8th Route Army's charge back to that tragic yet heroic autumn day 88 years ago. Hello and welcome to Exploring Shanxi. I'm Zhang Yingyi. The 100 Regiments Campaign Archives are precious records preserved from the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression. They meticulously detail the command orders, battle deployments, frontline reports, and campaign summaries of the 100 Regiments campaign, vividly showcasing the determination of the Chinese people to reunite and carry their resistance through to the end. Now let's get closer to these historical remnants from the war-torn years and revisit the memories of the resistance preserved in these archives.
Gui Tengfei, a member of the application team for the 100 Regiments Campaign Archives project at the Central Archives, stated that the 100 Regiments Campaign Archives, selected for the 6th batch of the China Documentary Heritage List, consist of 33 items, all primary archival records. In 1940, the War of Resistance entered its most arduous stage of stalemate. The Chinese people desperately needed a victory to boost morale. On the evening of August the 20th, along the Zhengtai Railway, signal flares lit up the sky, signaling the official start of the campaign. Subsequently, the participating forces rapidly expanded to 105 regiments, involving over 200,000 personnel.
This is a telegram titled Instruction from Peng Dehuai and Zuo Quan to all call on expanding propaganda of the 100 Regiments campaign results, issued on August 26, 1940, which officially gave the battle its name, the 100 Regiments Campaign.
This is a newly declassified archive, the statistics table of grain mobilized by various counties in Jingzhong during the Zhengtai Battle of the 100 Regiments campaign. Through the figures of borrowed grain recorded in the table, one can see the determination of the Chinese people to unite as one and fight the war through to the end.
It records in detail whether the grain was borrowed temporarily and whether receipts were issued.
Over 5 months, conducting 2,174 engagements and annihilating over 50,000 Japanese and puppy troops, the 100 Regiments campaign made its mark, severely striking a blow to the arrogance of the Japanese army, achieving a landmark victory in the annals of China's War of Resistance history, greatly boosting the confidence of the military and civilians across the nation.
This set of archives bears witness to the pivotal role played by the Communist Party of China during the period of the entire nation's War of Resistance, and is an integral part of our collective national memory.
To commemorate the 80th anniversary of the victory in the Chinese people's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War, the Shanxi Provincial Library has launched the exhibition Flames of War and Red Imprints, Shanxi's Role in the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression through documents. Over 100 precious documents serve as vessels of memory, carrying audiences back 80 years to the war-torn land of Shanxi, filled with smoke and united resistance.
This exhibition features a selection of over 100 precious documents from the period 1931 to 1946, with more than 60% of them on public display for the first time.
This is a publication dated June 27, 1941. It is an intelligence report issued by the Lingchuan County government, mimeographed and marked with a chicken feather to signal urgency.
This Minjung School Journal was handwritten and compiled by students of the National Revolutionary School back then. Every line reflects the students' patriotism and devotion to their country.
Page after page records the battles and reconstruction efforts of soldiers and civilians in the base areas, while each drawing portrays their steadfast belief in victory.
Seeing these documents is even more impactful than reading about them in textbooks. It makes me realize the significant contributions Shanxi made during the resistance war. This spirit is worth inheriting and passing down.
The Pingxingguan victory was the first major victory achieved by the Chinese army, taking the initiative against the Japanese after the full outbreak of the War of Resistance against the Japanese aggression. It shattered the myth of Japanese invisibility, greatly boosted the confidence of the nation's military and people, and enhanced the prestige of the Communist Party of China and the 8th Route Army. Today, we take you to the battle site in Lingqiu County, Datong City, following the footsteps of the 8th Route Army's charge back to that tragic yet heroic autumn day 88 years ago.
The location in this photo is Qiaogou, the site of the most intense fighting in the Pingxingguan battle. In September 1937, the Japanese 5th Division attacked Pingxingguan. The 8th Route Army's 150th Division moved into ambush positions under cover of night.
Our troops entered the ambush positions on the evening of September 24, 1937, precisely on the earthen slopes of this valley road we see here.
On the morning of September 25th, the Japanese 5th Division Supply Regiment and follow-up units of the 21st Brigade, riding in over 100 trucks and more than 200 supply carts, slowly entered the Qiaogou Valley Road from east to west. Soldiers from 3 regiments of the 8th Route Army's 115th Division opened fire simultaneously, throwing the enemy into immediate chaos with men and vehicles overturned. The Japanese 5th Division was the spearhead of the Imperial Army's foreign aggression. Though caught off guard in this battle, they clung to their superior weaponry and put up stubborn resistance. With limited equipment and ammunition exhausted, our soldiers drew their broadswords, charged down onto the road, and fought the enemy in hand-to-hand combat.
This battle was fiercely fought. Although we were victorious, we also paid the price of over 600 casualties. This victory was truly hard won.
In this battle, the 8th Route Army annihilated over 1,000 Japanese troops and captured large quantities of supplies and weapons. The victory at Pingxingguan sent shockwaves across counter-Japanese battlefield. Today, Lingqiu County, where Pingxingguan is located, is deeply exploring its red cultural resources and accelerating the development of red tourism. In homestays near the main battlefield, traditional cave dwelling style vividly recreates the mobilization scenes before battle.
That's all for today's Exploring Shanxi. Before we go, don't forget to scan the QR code below to watch previous videos of our program. See you next time.